This is macOS Ken.
News of an Apple AI buy, a problem for Apple Vision Pro in China, and Apple TV Plus hits history hard. It is Friday, the 15th of March, 2024. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSCan. News of a stealthy AI purchase by Apple. Of course, most purchases by Apple are stealthy. They made a lot of noise about the Beats acquisition a decade ago. Can you believe it's been that long? Otherwise, you usually hear about Apple acquisitions long after they happen, like the acquisition of Waterloo, Ontario's DarwinAI. A piece from Fortune says that deal happened earlier this year. News is only breaking now thanks to people in the know. No names, please, because we like the way our legs work currently. According to the report, DarwinAI has developed AI technology for visually inspecting components during the manufacturing process and serves customers in a range of industries. But one of its core technologies is making artificial intelligence systems smaller and faster. That's work that could be helpful to Apple, according to Fortune, which is focused on running AI on devices rather than entirely in the cloud. That sounds like a guess on Fortune's part. While a number of DarwinAI execs and employees have joined Apple since the acquisition, Apple hasn't said what the buy was for. Instead, the company gave Fortune its standard line about buying smaller companies now and then and not having to say why. While the Fortune piece references the big AI push Apple is expected to make this year, it's hard to see DarwinAI playing a huge part in that. Tim Cook started teasing a big AI announcement from Apple about a month and a half ago. Even if Apple bought Darwin on the 1st of January, how could they know what they'd be able to turn it into inside of a month? Still, it will be exciting to some to learn of another concrete move by Apple in artificial intelligence. Apple may have trouble selling its Vision Pro headset in China. That's not because of the price nor the truly novel experience. It's because of the name. The South China Morning Post says Apple's special spatial computer may face some trademark and marketing issues in China with its mixed reality Vision Pro headset, given that Huawei Technologies registered the name 3 years ago on the mainland. That is according to local media reports and public trademark records. The report says Shenzhen-based Huawei trademarked Vision Pro in China in 2021, covering a wide range of goods and services, including virtual reality headsets and wearable video displays. South China Morning Post says the company has exclusive rights to the name Vision Pro in China through November of 2031. The report says Apple applied for the term Vision Pro last year. That request is said by the site to be in the refusal to re-examine phase. So what if they add 5 letters? The piece says the Cupertino company also applied for the trademark Apple Vision Pro last year. That request is still being considered. Like new M3 iMacs have made their way north of the U.S. border. A few weeks after their arrival in the States, a piece from Mac Rumors says Apple's latest desktops have turned up in Apple's Refurbished store in Canada. Refurbished machines come with the usual accessories, according to the report, including a Magic Keyboard, Magic Mouse, power adapter and cord, and USB-C to Lightning cable. Apple Care Plus is also available if that's your thing. As usual for Apple's refurbished products, Mac Rumors says the refurbished iMacs are discounted by approximately 15% compared to the equivalent brand new models, with pricing start at $1,439 Canadian. A variety of configurations and color options are said to be available. macOS Sonoma 14.4 may need some bugs fixed or squished. I told you yesterday of reports that the update was borking ports for some USB hubs and monitors with multiple USB slots. Now a piece from Apple Insider says the latest Sonoma update is presenting problems for printers. According to the piece, macOS 14.4 is said to be removing or corrupting the drivers needed to print for some users. It's unclear how widespread this issue is. It's unclear what's causing the issue. For the time being, says Apple Insider, if you print routinely from your Mac, it may be wise to wait to update if you haven't done so already. If you see a giant cat at the Apple Store in San Francisco's Union Square next week, do not freak out. To celebrate an in-game event for the popular Apple arcade game Hello Kitty Island Adventure, a piece from Mac Rumor says the star of the game is making an appearance. According to the report, Hello Kitty will be at the San Francisco store on Wednesday, the 20th of March, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. That is the week of the Game Developers Conference, so GDC attendees that are visiting the city will be able to attend to meet Hello Kitty. It's like a dream come true, huh? The in-game event is International Day of Happiness, being celebrated in the game for 8 days, apparently. Mac Rumor says the 8 days of the International Day of Happiness in-game celebration will run from Monday, the 18th of March, through the following Monday, the 25th. For the discerning sports fan, a complimentary weekend of Major League Soccer is on the way. Like tomorrow. Engadget says Apple is streaming every MLS game for free this weekend. No subscription required. Now for the indiscriminate sports consumer, Apple's fire hose of sports content got an update this week. 9to5Mac says the recently launched Apple Sports app got its very first update on Thursday. With version 1.1 of the application, the report says Apple has made optimizations for NCAA March Madness, added support for Major League Baseball, and more. Not much more. Final scores are now sorted by league is the third point in Apple's update note. The Apple Sports app is free. It's available now in the App Store. Apple TV Plus is really leaning into the historical stuff lately. Masters of the Air, the miniseries about the Lincoln assassination and its aftermath, the upcoming Benjamin Franklin series. If it's history to you, it's TV to Apple. Adding to that list, the Cupertino streamer issued a press release Thursday teasing the big cigar. Is it just me, or does that sound dirty? According to the release, The Big Cigar is a limited drama series that chronicles the story of Black Panther leader Huey P. Newton's escape to Cuba and is based on the monumental magazine article of the same name. Going deeper, the release says The Big Cigar is the incredible true story of Hollywood Revolution meeting social revolution. It's a wild caper of Black Panther founder Newton escaping from the FBI to Cuba with the assistance of famed producer Bert Schneider in an impossibly elaborate plan involving a fake movie production that goes wrong in every way it possibly can. And somehow, it's all true. Mostly. The first 2 episodes of the series were directed and executive produced by multi-award winner Don Cheadle. Those first 2 of 6 episodes will hit Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 17th of May. 2 titles premiering now on Apple TV Plus. The documentary about the people featured in the limited series Masters of the Air makes its way to the Cupertino streamer today. Called The Bloody Hundredth, Apple says the doc features rarely seen archival footage and exclusive interviews with members of the 100th Bomb Group. Tom Hanks is among the producers. He also narrates the documentary. The Bloody Hundredth is available to stream now on Apple TV+. And finally today, also hitting the streaming service today, Manhunt, the story of the pursuit of the guy who shot President Lincoln. It's not to be confused with Manhunter, the Michael Mann precursor to Silence of the Lambs. I know, right? Based on the Edgar Award-winning and New York Times best-selling nonfiction book from author James L. Swanson, Apple TV Plus says Manhunt is a conspiracy thriller about one of the best-known but least understood crimes in history, the astonishing story of the hunt for John Wilkes Booth and the aftermath of Abraham Lincoln's assassination. John Wilkes Booth is the guy who shot President Lincoln I mentioned earlier. It is a 7-episode limited series. You can catch the trailer for it now on YouTube, or you can just start watching. The first 2 episodes are up today on Apple TV+. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSCan. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macoscan.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.